Welcome to State and Local Government Spring 2024. My name is Jonathan Parker. I am your instructor. Now, the reason I'm making this video is not because I want you to listen to the syllabus lecture twice if you came to class the first day and took the syllabus quiz and all that, but I know from experience that there is going to be at least one person who's a late registrant signing up for the course and one person who hasn't, who didn't come because they thought it wasn't the first, that school didn't start for another week or whatever. So instead of going through this 5 different times with however many different people in all my classes, I just make one of these for each class and say, go look at Canvas. It's up there. So here we go. If you've listened to this already, just exit out. So our class is Monday, Wednesday from 10:30 to 11:45. And again, I am Jonathan Parker. My email is jonathan.parker@icc.edu. I would beg you to pay attention to the spelling. Jonathan. Jonathan. Now, the reason I harp on this is because this has been an issue since we went online with the pandemic. I get emails to that guy, I get emails to this guy, I get emails just to John, I get emails to all sorts of people, and students get mad because I don't respond, and I don't respond, and I don't respond. Well, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who this guy is. So these emails are going to some other address if they're not bouncing back to you guys and you're not noticing. But if I get an email sent to the correct email address and it ends up in my inbox, I will respond to it. Just make sure you look. I mean, my name's also on e-services next to the course. It's not hard to find a correct spelling of my name if you have any doubt. Now, office hours are Monday and Wednesday from 11:45 to 1:30, so immediately after our class, and Tuesday from 11:45 to 12:15. My office is in room 216C with other adjunct faculty members. Some semesters the room is pretty crowded. Last semester and the semester before, it's just been me sitting in there. So I don't know who I'm going to see this coming semester, but if you need help, please do not hesitate to stop by during my office hours. I sit in there and I collect dust. It would be great fun and enjoyable for me to help a student to fulfill my purpose as a teacher instead of just sitting there twiddling my thumbs. All right, but other office hours are by appointment only, and I do have some room in the schedule this semester for appointment type office hours if that is needed. I'm willing to hold extra office hours virtually via Zoom. Please talk to me to coordinate a meeting if you wish to exercise this option, and I will accommodate you if we can find a mutually agreeable time to meet. We have to come together, though, and find a mutually agreeable time. It's not like, hey, Mr. Parker, get on a call on Saturday at 9 o'clock at night. No, we have to talk and find a convenient time for the both of us. But if we can do that, I am more than willing to talk to you virtually, reach out on a Saturday, whatever it is that's needed to help you be successful. Remember, and this is a point that students often forget, teachers cannot read minds. I won't know that you are having difficulty unless you tell me. Please reach out if you need help. People have assumed in my classes that I could read minds and know that they're confused. I've had some students, I won't say a lot, but a handful, who have ended the semester. I've been so confused. I don't know what we're talking. What is this class about? Is this American government and they're sitting in my international relations class, or what is going on? And I am just left to wonder what they were doing for 16 weeks. Reach out if you need help. I don't know that you're confused. I can't read minds. I'm good, but not that good. I'm available by email. Otherwise, I will endeavor to get back to you within 1 business day of your inquiry. So if you send me an email on Monday, it'll be answered by Tuesday at the latest. If you send me an email on Friday, that'll be answered by the following Monday at the latest. Why? Saturday and Sunday are not business days. All right. I will let you get through the course description on your own. I won't make this video any longer than it needs to be. The institutional level outcomes, course level outcomes, and course level, you can get through that on your own. The textbook, Governing States and Localities, 8th edition, Kevin Smith and Alan Greenblatt. We will use it some. I won't say it be, we're going to heavily use it, but the textbook is worth having. If you cannot afford the bookstore price, look on Amazon or eBay or just put the let's do it now. Put the ISBN here, if I can get it. Google, and we'll just plug this in here. All right. Used books, Abe Books, 48, 47, 57. I bet we can find it cheaper. Well, where'd the book go? Let's see, on Amazon, it's okay, too expensive. Abe Books, buy used, 48.42. Net Books, $49.74. Oh, $50.23. Anyway, do some digging. You can find a better price than what is at the bookstore if that's too pricey for you. So, methods of instruction. Computer. You should have a laptop. You should have access to a computer. The work you do is going to be typed and printed out and handed to me. I do not really want you handwriting anything. You're going to need a computer. You're going to need reliable internet access and an email account. We do work in class that involves you needing some sort of device that can access the internet. I won't say every class, but for enough that I would say you need a computer, and you need a computer that can get you internet access. All right, this is what we will cover. I have this here. We don't do it in order. We'll get to federalism pretty quick, but we'll cover all of it, not necessarily in the order that you see here. In the event of unforeseen situations that require change, faculty members reserve the right to adjust assignments, due dates, grading standards, class schedule, and or other course elements. Reasonable attempt will be made to communicate these changes in a timely manner on the course Canvas announcement section and by college email. I pride myself on being very communicative and very open, very honest with you guys. I will tell you I've never added to a syllabus. I've only taken away. That is not a promise that if something comes up that something might not be added this semester, but that's my history has only been to take away, not to add. So, course policies, email. If you need to get a hold of me outside of class or office hours, utilize the email address that I have listed and send it to the right person. Please check the spelling. I will try to respond to all emails within 24 hours. Again, small child, wife, don't lambast me if it's 25 or 26 hours and not 24. I will not answer any emails sent on Saturday or Sunday until the following Monday. Plan accordingly. And this was really a problem last semester, so I put this in here. Just as a side note, emails you send to me should be addressed to Mr. Parker. Over the last few semesters, students have tried to get really chummy with me. I've gotten a lot of emails starting with Jonathan, and even one that started, "Hey, pal." Another one was addressed to, and I don't know why or how this was a salutation, to "Dear Jonathan.Parker at icc.edu. I don't know. I don't understand that. But use of my first name, anyway, is disrespectful. Do not refer to me by my first name. I don't even insist on Mr., but just if you just want to call me Parker, hey, that's fine. Sir, Mr. Parker, Professor, not the first name. I'm a bit of a stickler on that. So, assignment submissions. Unless otherwise specified, I will not accept any electronic forms of submission for classwork. Everything you hand in must be a hard copy that you print out and bring to class. All right, if you were sick, email me to let me know that you were ill when you were able to do so, and bring a hard copy of your work to the next class you attend. There should never be an instance where you are emailing me any assignment. Do not email me assignments. And I say that out of concern for your grade, because emailed assignments, we tried that, especially when we went online for the first time. And it's just a disaster. I'll never do it again. I've gotten emails in the past stating something to the effect of, "I can't come to class because I need to study for a test I have later. I'll turn in my work next class." You're not going to be turning in anything you missed if I receive an email from you like that. That's just, again, that's just a respect thing. That's saying, "Hey, Mr. Parker, this class I'm working on is more important than yours. I'll get to you when I can." And I don't like that. If anything, learn how to lie a little bit. Academic citation etiquette. Read this and read this carefully when you turn in a written assignment. Cite your sources in a bibliographic way, inline citation, in the text, whatever. If the idea is not yours, cite it. If you're using a quote, put it in quotes and then make it clear that somebody else said that. Okay? It is okay. It is appreciated to acknowledge other people's ideas, theories, or arguments. It takes time for all of us to develop our own original ideas. Essentially, providing correct citations allow you to show that you are borrowing from existing sources to develop your own answer. This is perfectly fine. Please cite your sources. If words are not your own, make it known. All right. Bibliography. At the end of your written assignments, you are required to provide a list of sources that you've utilized for the assignment. I'm big in proper academic citation etiquette, bibliography, all that stuff. So learn how to do it if you haven't already in an English class. We will use the latest MLA format for bibliographies. I believe that's 9, and inline citations for this class. Use the template in the following link to construct your bibliography. You don't have to use that one. That was just popular in undergrad and grad school when I was going through it. There are 1,000,001 citation generators on the internet these days. So, inline citations are also expected in any writing assignments that you turn in where you have used outside sources. All right, what is an inline citation? I'll explain very quickly. Let's just take that bit of text. Okay, let's pretend that this is something profound that you found in a article. All right, and you're going to put Parker. You just put the author and the page number, or the author and the website. Cite it correctly, but an inline citation is a citation in the text that tells me where that particular research came from. Because you may have a bibliography with 12 or 15 sources at some point, and the professor reading the paper would need to know what came from where. So if you have any doubts about whether something needs to be cited, just create a citation for it. I don't take off points for things that are overly cited. I might just circle it and say, hey, why did you cite this so much? But you would never, ever, ever be penalized for citing something too much. I'd rather you do that than cite something too little and run the risk of plagiarizing. So if you have any doubts about whether something needs to be cited, just create a citation for it. It's not worth it not to do that and run the risk of plagiarism. Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Why is it not an academic resource? Well, anybody can get on there and edit any article about anything. And that's not to say that maybe some expert in state and local government doesn't get on a state and local government type article and do his or her thing. But there's no way to verify that. And until that happens, it's not something you're going to be using in my class. So don't cite Wikipedia in any work that you do this semester. It will negatively impact your grade. Academic misconduct, plagiarism. Please visit page 24 of the Student Rights and Responsibilities Handbook. There are multiple forms of academic misconduct listed there. To sum it up, if you choose to engage in academic misconduct or plagiarize, the handbook says that I can recommend failure for an assignment or failure for the course. And I've had to do that. We've only gotten this far, and normally the person's learned their lesson. But failure for the course is an option. Other types of plagiarism include copying or obtaining information from another student, contracting for original work with a third party, getting someone else to write your essay, in other words, and paying them maybe, and generating or revising assignments with the aid of artificial intelligence tools that were not expressly authorized by the instructor. And just to plainly spell it out, the use of AI is strictly prohibited under all circumstances in this course. I am never, ever going to okay the use of artificial intelligence. It's never, ever going to happen. All right? You will use your own brain and put pencil to paper or fingers to keyboard and give me your own words, your own thoughts. It's all artificial intelligence does is tell me how well you can generate a computer prompt. And that is not something I'm going to grade you on. So academic misconduct and plagiarism have been an issue every semester I have taught here. The first time I catch you plagiarizing, and this includes the use of AI, I will give you a 0 for whatever assignment you have plagiarized without the opportunity to redo it. 10 points, 100 points, 1,000 points, doesn't matter. You're getting a 0. You're not going to get to redo it. Now, if you choose to plagiarize again, if for some reason you didn't learn your lesson, I'm just going to fail you for the course. I've never had to go there. I don't ever want to go there, but I will. No exceptions to this will be made. All right, late submissions. As a rule, I do not accept late work. However, circumstances sometimes do occur that might prevent you from turning something in on time. And if that happens, please make sure you talk to me and make sure that you have proof of what you said happened did happen. All right, if you come to me with an excuse like I went to a Taylor Swift concert last night or I had other homework to do, you're not going to be turning in anything. I had a student once who told me that she went to a Chris Brown concert and thought that was acceptable enough to allow that I should allow her to turn in some missing work that she owed me. And I said, no, you're not turning it in. So grading scale, 10 points, A, B, C, D, F. Methods of presentation, it's a class. It's a normal class. This is what you care about. Weighted grading. I'm trying it out this semester, so we'll see. Test 1, 10% of your grade. Test 2, 15% of your grade. So that's a quarter of your grade locked in 2 exams. We're going to have a term paper that's 15% of your grade. The final exam is 20% and everything else. I didn't know what else to call it. It's homework, classwork, quizzes, etc., etc., etc. is 40% of your grade. And that will get you whatever it gets you in the end. However hard you want to work or not. You'll get an A, B, C, D, or F. I can guarantee you that. So this J and K you can get through on your own. It is not the responsibility of the instructor to chase you down to make sure you are keeping up with your work. I'm not going to do that. There are a lot of you, and I don't really remember who missed what at the end of a week. If you were there on a Monday but not on a Wednesday, or if somebody was there on a Tuesday but not on a Thursday, I don't know. So you ask me or a classmate what, if anything, you missed. If you choose not to do this, you're going to start seeing a lot of zeros on Canvas. And I do not advise taking a test and then forgetting about the material. This course kind of builds on one thing after another, so you'll be hearing and dealing with just about everything we study throughout the semester, especially federalism. Federalism will appear on Test 1, Test 2, and the final. That is a most definite thing. You can take that statement to the bank. So keep your notes and study. You may see test questions from the first test on the final. As I just said, you will certainly be seeing questions about federalism all 16 weeks. Attendance policy. You are expected to attend class each week. Attendance is defined as completing classwork, doing homework assignments, as well as attending lectures, and you get a 100-point grade to encourage attendance. There will be a binder in the front of the classroom with an attendance sheet. Everybody's name will be listed, and it's your responsibility to sign in at the beginning of each class. You just initial next to your name. This is for reporting purposes when the college asks me to mark who never attenders and non-attenders are. Like I said, I'm not going to remember if you were in class on a Monday 3 weeks ago, but I'll look at my attendance sheet and that'll tell me. If you do not sign in for a class, you were not present. If you forget, there's no way I can verify whether or not you were present 3 weeks ago Monday. It's just not something I can do. So if you didn't sign in, okay, you weren't there. When it comes time for me to determine attendance, I will look at the binder to see when the last time you came to class was, and wow. Blackboard, no, Canvas, to see what assignments you have turned in. Another thing you'll learn, it's not a class with Mr. Parker unless if there aren't 5 typos in whatever I'm presenting that day. To see what assignments you have turned in, you cannot both miss lectures and not turn in homework and expect to stay in and succeed in the course. And the college handbook states that 5% of classes missed during a semester constitute an excessive number of absences for a class and may merit being dropped. 5% of classes constitute approximately 1 week. So Monday, Wednesday, that's 5%. This will be the guideline I will use when determining non and never attenders. I've had to drop students for excessive absences. I don't want to have to repeat that practice. You don't get into education again to fail students, to make life harder for them, to drop them from classes. That's not why we do what we do. Takeaway here, keep an open line of communication with me. You'll be just fine. You will learn something from this class. You may even enjoy yourself. All right, final exam, May 8th from 11 to 12:50 in our usual classroom. Put that in your calendar right now. Spring break, March 11th to March 15th. Not soon enough, right? Last day of class, Monday, May 6th. And we'll get into the planned assignments. There is going to be a short speech. In this, basically, you're going to pick any politically oriented topic having to do with Illinois or Illinois politics. You would like and prepare a 3-minute assignment as to why you support or oppose the subject that you have chosen. So some examples here. I support a progressive income tax because. I support Illinois bringing back the death penalty because. I support X to stop people moving out of the state. Those are just examples. Anything you care to research and report to the class on, I'm perfectly open to hearing. So you should be prepared to answer questions from classmates for no more than 3 minutes at the end of your prepared remarks. And it's as simple as that. And I'm going to pass a sign-up sheet around probably during the second week of classes, hopefully before. And you will choose a class period to deliver your speech. These speeches will be given in person. I know that is frightening to some people. If you really feel like you can't do that, talk to me. We'll get you in during my office hours. But if I don't know, say there are 15 of you in the class. I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers in a minute. All 15 of you want to deliver your speech during my office hours, then we're going to have an issue. All right? You must be present to deliver your speech on the day that you sign up for. An obvious statement, but one that I need to make because of past experiences. There will be very limited opportunities to make up this assignment, and this is the rubric right here. I mean, as you can see, it's extremely rigorous. It's very hard. I mean, it's nearly impossible. Did the student stand up and deliver a 3-minute speech? 15 points. Do I think you practiced? 5 points. Did you turn in a typed outline which logically presents what you plan to say during the speech? 15 points. Did the student also turn in a correctly formatted bibliography? And that should be MLA 9. Documenting their sources. Did the student use at least 3 sources in their bibliography? 15 points. As you can see, a truly impossible task. All right. This should be pretty easy for you to get 50 out of 50 on. I would hope. People always manage not to, but that wasn't the intent of the assignment. So, then a bill analysis for this assignment. This is something new I'm trying this semester, so we'll see how this goes. You go to ilga.gov right here, and you look for a House or Senate bill. So, not House Employment. Oh, bills and resolutions, excuse me. And you pick one. You're going to need to go through it a little bit. All right. And pick a bill and provide a summary of the bill. Not a cut and paste of the synopsis. Put it in your own words. Read the thing. What does it do? Who does it help, hurt? Who introduced it? Just a bunch of very basic analysis questions that show me that you read the bill and attempted to think about it. I know I'm asking a lot again, but just that you read it, you attempted to think about it. What happened to the bill, grading here, this is the impossible criteria. At least one paragraph, 8 to 10 sentences answer for questions 1, 2, and 3 at the bare minimum. 3 8 to 10 sentence paragraph answers. Okay? You should include a bibliography and in-line citations where appropriate. The bibliography should at a minimum include 3 sources. And again, source 1, what is in their background or the makeup of their constituency. Source 2, what happened to the bill. Did it become law? Did the governor veto it? Whatever happened. Report. It shouldn't be hard to get 3 sources. And this assignment is open-ended. It's on you. You must be responsible. It's due at any point in the semester before spring break, which is the last class is March 6th. You will present your findings to the class, turn in your work after you've finished. And that's a 75-point total, 50% for the paper, which is the bill analysis, 25 for class presentation. Now, this could be a PowerPoint. This could be, you could write a song. You could make a poster. I am completely open to anything you want to do. You could even just stand up there and just report in about your bill. I'm very open. You can just talk to me and tell me what you have planned for a presentation. It should not be something that stresses you out. That is not what I'm after. Okay. Then this is 15% of your grade, so this will be a little more detailed. So the initial assignment The rough draft, in other words, is due the class before we go on spring break, March 6th. The final paper will be due on the last day of class, May 6th. So at the very beginning, on day 1, I'm going to ask you to write about an issue that you care about that has to do with Illinois politics. Okay? You're going to turn that into me. I'm going to keep them. So I know that if you say you support a progressive income tax and then you start writing about how you support a progressive income tax, I can say, no, you needed to take the opposite side. So you're going to provide 1 and 2 here. The introduction of the paper, which provides a clear roadmap of what is to follow, including the main points that are to be covered, and then an annotated bibliography of at least 10 sources that would be used to support your argument in the paper. In this, I need 2 things. First, give a good summary of the work and include any examples that might be important. Next, tell me why this source has been selected and how specifically it would be used in the paper. You're going to turn that in. I'm going to give it back to you marked up, hopefully with some suggestions if I have any. If it's just brilliant, I'll just give it back to you and say, hey, go for it. More guidance on what the final term paper should look like will be forthcoming. Again, this is something I'm trying out for the first time this semester to try to make this class a little more engaging and lively. So that is it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please ask me in class. And if, again, you are watching this because you are a late registrant or you didn't come or whatever, make sure you get a copy of the syllabus quiz from me and fill that out and turn it in because it should be pretty easy points. All right. See you soon.